seeing customers looking at solution providers that are making investments of their own in areas like AI, cybersecurity. I think the simplest way of saying it is outcomes. Customers expect outcomes.
Right.
It's so important that we have the right people in markets, and that's where it really matters. That relationship, the trust.
Today we are diving into how a full-service technology partner is helping companies across Canada select, deploy, and manage their IT solutions for optimal growth and value. Hello everyone, this is Kripa Anand and welcome to the CanadianSME Small Business Podcast, where we explore the strategic insights and innovative solutions empowering Canadian businesses to thrive in today's dynamic technology landscape. Today we are diving into how a full-service technology partner is helping companies across Canada select, deploy, and manage their IT solutions for optimal growth and value. In a rapidly evolving digital world where technology priorities are shifting towards AI, cloud, and modern workplaces, a partner's ability to provide strategic execution and unparalleled customer value is paramount. Our guest today brings over 2 decades of leadership and sales experience to this mission. Joining us today is Chris Fabes, General Manager and Vice President of Sales Canada at SHI International Corp. Chris is spearheading a multi-year transformation to accelerate growth and enhance customer value at SHI Canada. With a national team of sales, engineering, and vendor management professionals, his focus spans high-impact portfolios such as SaaS, data center, AI, networking, and modern workplace. Prior to SHI, Chris spent over 15 years at Lenovo in global and national leadership roles, where he helped Lenovo achieve the number one market share position in Canada. So, before further ado, let's welcome this special guest. Chris, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing today?
Thanks for having me. Very well, thank you.
It's our pleasure. Now, Chris, let's start the conversation by understanding your commitment to the Canadian market. So go ahead and shed some light on how what key investments is SHI making in Canada, and how do they benefit customers and partners out there.
Sure. I think it's important to mention that we started in 1989, so it's a very mature business. But from a Canadian perspective, we're investing in Canada. I think it's important, probably more important now than ever, that we're investing in the people, the resources in terms of the supporting resources, as well as our capabilities that drive value towards customers.
Wow, that's so well said. And also on that note, how exactly does SHI's diversity commitment align with its broader mission and support for Canadian businesses in general?
Sure. So SHI is the largest minority and women-owned technology business in North America.
Wow.
And we hold the CAMC certification as a diverse supplier. So we can speak to any customer in Canada and meet their ESG objectives, while also focusing on the value, not just the certification. So it's really exciting when we share that with our customers.
Wow, definitely. That's, a powerful statement to commitment, I'd say, Chris. It's clear that SHI's strategy is deeply rooted in investing in the Canadian ecosystem, and your dedication to making, key investments in Canada and its focus on diversity are clearly central to your mission. So kudos to, all that you've achieved. Now, let's look at, the technology priorities of the Canadian companies and the market opportunities, these create. What are the top tech priorities for Canadian companies, and what market opportunities, in your view, these create for solution providers like SHI and businesses who are adopting these technologies eventually?
Sure. As you mentioned at the start, we are an end-to-end technology provider, but not every technology has the same priority for customers.
Yeah.
So we're seeing customers looking at solution providers that are making investments of their own
Mhm.
in areas like AI, cybersecurity, and how we can help them navigate their priorities. So whether it be optimization of those technologies, helping them with that runway, or even their security posture,
Yeah.
that's where we're making the investments, and that's where we're getting the best feedback from our customers.
That's, again, a great insight. It's clear that Canadian companies are strategically investing in key technologies to, drive growth and stay competitive. Now, Chris, let's discuss what customers truly expect from their technology solution providers. Hello, Canadian business leaders. Are you looking for a technology partner that goes beyond transactions to provide strategic solutions? Learn from Chris Fabes, General Manager and Vice President of Sales Canada at SHI, about what customers expect from their solution providers, the latest technology priorities, and how SHI is empowering Canadian businesses to thrive. So let's continue our conversation with Chris. The relationship between a technology solution provider and its customers is evolving from, a transactional one to a more strategic partnership,
Mhm.
right? So, Chris, from your perspective, what do customers expect from solution providers, and how can, SHI earn trust and build long-term strategic partnerships that deliver sustained value?
It's such a great question, and I think the simplest way of saying it is outcomes.
Mm.
Customers expect outcomes.
Right.
So that's where we're focused. And we also believe that a handshake is important,
Yes.
especially when dealing with customers that are coast to coast, whether it be major cities or in our more regional
Right.
communities. Having that handshake and dealing with them directly, understanding their business, it's so incredibly important.
That
And
human connection.
that's exactly it. And not just where we're making the investments around technology. Um, that really matters. So it's the balancing act between that outcome driven
Yeah.
solution and the people that the customers are dealing with. Incredibly important.
Definitely, that's also a very compelling point because trust and strategic alignment are the foundational elements, of a successful technology partnership. All right, let's take a quick break right here. But when we come back, we'll dive into SHI's cutting edge AI and modern workplace innovations. Stay tuned.
Hey, you think you know UPS? Yeah, that's us. Everybody knows that. You know what you didn't know? This. Okay, try to keep up. Ocean, us. Ground, rail, air, so us. Guess who? Us. Customs cleared, borders cleared, done. Us. You still with me? Wait for it. Boom. Us. Intelligent, automated, fulfillment. Us. Yep, healthcare too. Digital your thing? Yeah, well, book it, ship it, track it. You feeling me yet? Yep, that's all us. That's all UPS.
All right, we are back. Now let's continue our conversation with Chris. Now, Chris, let's look at some of the exciting AI and modern workplace innovations that SHI is working on. SHI is a leader in AI and modern workplace solutions, right? Let's highlight some of your innovative work in this space.
Sure.
So, what key innovations is SHI bringing to AI and modern workplace solutions, and how do these tools help Canadian businesses, modernize their workflows and leverage generative AI for, enhancing their productivity?
Such a great question. And it's so broad in nature. And I think it's important to mention that more companies are maturing where they are in their journey
Mhm.
for AI. And it's also nice to see provinces as well as the federal government investing in or making funding available for companies to invest in AI.
Mhm.
So what SHI is doing is we're putting our money around how customers can best access, whether it be a governance and policy conversation,
Right.
or if you're composing an AI strategy where you're looking to test your workloads.
Mhm.
It could be your large language models. It could be our partnership with HP and NVIDIA around AI assistance,
Right.
because customers are looking for conversational or agentic style AI.
Right.
It's really pushing the envelope in terms of this is where maybe you'd like to be. You It might not be there in your journey, but
Right.
we're making the investments and we have great reference cases because of our global nature that we can bring to the Canadian market.
Wow, that's, incredibly impressive, Chris. It's clear that SHI is at the forefront of providing tangible AI and modern workplace solutions to businesses all across. Finally, let's discuss SHI's impressive achievements and, your vision for the future. You guys have, received numerous awards, including the North American Partner of the Year awards from Pure Storage, Sentinel One, and Dell. Firstly, huge congratulations.
Thank you.
These recognitions, are a testament to SHI's commitment to its partners, to its customers. So, what do SHI's industry awards signify for its position and commitment to partners? And what can Canadian customers expect from, your upcoming fall summit with over 300 attendees? Go ahead and share.
So I think it's just important that customers see the investments that vendors or partners are making in SHI, as well as SHI's investments in those partners.
Right.
The awards are nice, but it's so incredibly important to show customers that we can scale
Hmm.
the support that we receive from those vendors. And I think it's critical to show our customers that there's consistency
Right.
and commitment to those repeatable solutions
Mhm.
that are so important to their technology spend and who they choose to spend it with. So I think it comes down to that more than the awards themselves
Mhm.
that generate the value to the customers.
No, definitely. I understand what you mean. And you just being humble. But of course, all of these are well deserved. And it just shows that you have been doing this consistently. And that is why the recognition. Now, go ahead and share about the summit that we mentioned.
Absolutely. We have summits multi-times a year at our HQ where we have our EBC. So
Mhm.
that's where all the magic happens.
Wow.
And we bring 300 customers, generally speaking, 300 to 400.
Mhm.
And it's mixed between our US as well as Canadian customers.
Mhm.
So there's good networking and sharing of references and best practices. Customers get to meet SHI executives as well as our core vendor executives like NVIDIA. Really excited to see what's going on in the AI space.
Right.
So customers get really excited to be able to hopefully be ahead of the curve and focus on how they can spend their technology dollars around their competitive advantage in market. So looking forward to hosting more Canadian customers 4 times a year. I believe we have them at this point.
Wow. Definitely, the summit sounds very exciting and it's going to be a great opportunity for Canadian customers to engage, within your global community. Now, Chris, if I were to give you a time machine right now and say you were to travel 5 or 10 years into the future,
Mhm.
how exactly would you envision SHI's future when you step out of that time machine?
It's a great question. And we're making investments over a long term. So this is a multi-year journey.
Mhm.
That's why we're adding people coast to coast to coast. But I think it's important around the stickiness with customers. If I look at, we're the largest North American partner with Microsoft.
Mhm.
And yes, that matters from a resource and capability perspective.
Right.
But what matters more is the 99% net retention rate. So if we
Wow.
continue to manage our customer relationships where they see that value and they want to continue to invest with SHI,
Mhm.
I think that's where the magic happens. And that's what Canada needs to be doing in terms of investments, generating that incredible value where they absolutely want to stay with SHI because of our knowledge, expertise, and ability to drive their Canadian businesses around their competitive advantage. But also, what's important is there's no real borders for
Yeah.
our businesses. So even though we're supporting Canadian companies, they might have branch offices or employees elsewhere or making acquisitions. So the fact that we're global with more than 17,000 buying customers,
Mhm.
that matters to them. We can bring that knowledge into our local discussions. And I think that matters to our customers. At least that's what we're hearing from them.
No, definitely it does. The future looks very promising, Chris. Thank you so much for, painting that rainbow picture. I'm loving this conversation. So real, so candid. But due to time constraints, we'd have to cut it short. But we'll invite you again for an episode 2.0 where we dive deeper into other details. But Chris, if I were to ask you one final advice that you have for our Canadian SME listeners, something that you want them to remember about you, about SHI, what would it be and why?
Well, it's probably nothing about me because I'm just part of our mission.
Mhm.
It's so important that we have the right people in market And that's where it really matters, because those are the individuals that our customers are engaging with on a daily basis. They're sitting in their offices, they're making relationships, getting to know their families and the priorities.
Right.
That's what matters the most. So I really do believe that it's the investment in the Canadian market. It's making sure we're having the right conversations. It's also making sure that we don't just celebrate when things go well collaboratively,
Right.
but they have someone to speak to when things maybe don't go so well. So I even pride myself and those that are in the executive team. You can email, text, call us directly, because it matters to us, and we'll always call back and respond back. And I think that has been lost to some extent. That relationship, the trust,
Right.
and the ability to have hard but also great conversations. That just at our core is what we're looking to do in Canada.
Wow, Chris, that it has been an absolute pleasure having you on the podcast. Thank you so much for sharing your time and expertise with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that was an insightful conversation with Chris Fabes, General Manager and Vice President of Sales Canada at SHI International Corp, on SHI Canada's investments, customer expectations of technology solution providers, Canadian companies' technology priorities, and SHI's innovative solutions in AI and the modern workplace. To all of our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. We really appreciate your continued support. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more expert insights and resources that can help your business thrive. Also, don't forget to visit our website, CanadianSME.ca. And lastly, a very special thank you to our podcast partners, RBC, UPS, A1 Global College, ADP, and Google, for their ongoing commitment to empowering SMEs in Canada. So, until next time, keep innovating and striving for success, and we'll see you in the next episode. Kripa Anand signing off.